good people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. And we're live.
What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh, man.
I called it.
You called it.
I knew it was going to happen.
You did.
I knew this was going to be a thing. I just didn't think it was going to be so soon. I thought it was going to be around the Super Bowl, which would have been perfect. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
You finish performing, you light up the stage, and then boom.
Album.
New album. It's sort of like, after the Grammys, I think it was the Grammys, then Childish Gambino released This Was America.
Yeah.
And then everybody was freaking out, and I was like, oh, This Is America. Yeah.
This is like, I don't know, just what's funny. It's like Euphoria. It's a crazy
Euphoria.
In turn.
Yeah.
It's a crazy feeling. So we just get off of Tyler releasing on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, amazing.
Yeah.
And now we're just at Kendrick just dropping a trailer 30 minutes before he drops an album as of time of recording yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw the trailer. I was like, are we just going to have to wait for something? Why are you dropping a trailer and we just going to have to wait for
This man said 30 minutes after, they're like, no, I got you. I got you. He was like, yo, like, this is insane.
It is insane.
Like, the work ethic of this man is just at another level, bro.
Yeah. What were your first impressions of other people's impressions?
Here we go. Here we go with the Sunday morning quarterbacks is what they call them. But like these people that...
Well, we ain't got no choice. We got a show today.
Yeah.
And he put it out yesterday.
Yeah, but we're not doing a review.
Kinda.
Like, kind of like
Adjacent.
of at least adjacent to the whole thing. Because I want to
because our reviews are boring. is what they're telling us. At least.
But this is like, I don't know, it's just something different, bro. Like, I don't know what to say other than it's like, this is impressive.
Yeah.
This is one of those GOAT moves. Like, when you call yourself the GOAT, this is one of those moves that I feel like solidifies his claim to that.
I think people anticipated this, and they also asked, where's the rest of the music, especially when the music video for Not Like Us dropped. Mm-hmm. And they were like, well, something has to be there. Like, this yeah. He was already in the works while doing this beef, which means that, like, he hadn't taken his foot off the gas. You know what I mean? So I believe that people are pleasantly surprised, mm-hmm. but at the same time, we're anticipating something to begin with. They just weren't anticipating it so soon. I think all of the drops on, X and other social media platforms where they were like, he's coming, he's on the way. And then the interview he did with SZA about the beef.
Yeah.
The kind of, fluff piece that everybody was talking about. I think he is making sure to, like he said in there, if they try to whack out the legend, I'm just gonna be that. You know what I mean? They can't whack out me. You know what I mean?
And that's crazy, bro. Because think about that. So he was already working on this album. Mm-hmm. Not Like Us video drop before he knew he had the Super Bowl. Or probably maybe not before he knew he had it. But Squabble Up video or song is previewed in that video. And
Squabble up. Squabble up. I'm so excited.
I'm more impressed by the whacked out murals because you didn't make that song until after Wayne's response.
So speaking of, like, if folks haven't paid attention, we did a whole episode about Kendrick Lamar and his Super Bowl announcement. And then we did, in that same episode, we talked about how, kind of Wayne is, butthurt. He didn't have it. He didn't get to perform in New Orleans, which it seems like something that he was petitioning for, that he may have been in line for. But after some really serious consideration, he may have been in the runnings, but ultimately they didn't decide to go with him. They decided to go with Kendrick Lamar. And so even in, whacked out murals, Kendrick talks about how, Nas was the only one to congratulate him, and Wayne, he felt like he was disappointed in Wayne, even though Wayne was somebody that he championed early in his career. He styled himself after Wayne. And then Wayne helped usher TDE in by jumping on J-Rock's first big single with on RCA.
I mean, even the general Drake connections and stuff there, which we've stated before, which like they all helped each other in terms of building the beginning of their career. So there's just a lot of cash money connections there.
Don't say the D word.
Stop it, Aubrey.
It's funny. Well, anyway, Wayne's response today was because the line wasn't even. It wasn't nothing I feel like to respond about. I feel like he's more responding to people's responses and of
he's
like,
saying I love you, and I am a fan of yours.
Yeah, but
why is this a big deal?
Well, yeah, because he was like, man, what I do, I just be chilling, and they home, and they still come from my head.
What, don't
I messed that up so bad.
Don't read it like you about to go to the cookout.
And he was like, let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. He's talking to y'all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy, disturbed. On me. On me, love.
I don't understand anything he said in that.
Here's what I got, because it was just like one of those. He just woke up like.
That was a garbled mess of like metaphors.
It was basically saying, like, y'all woke me up. Y'all are basically acting like this dude disrespected me. He didn't. Mm-hmm. He just said it was surprising that Wayne didn't congratulate him or whatever. But again, I don't know their relationship. Like, a lot of y'all relationships, i.e. all the Kendrick songs in the beef, are fabricated things anyway. And gladly, the deep dives that have already been done about whether or not he sent shots at Cole.
Are you saying what he's talking about? What is he talking about?
Well, I'm talking about like this part here about how people are creating a conversation.
Yeah.
Around something to where there shouldn't have even been a response. It's not that big of a deal.
What do you think he means though?
I think Wayne just means like, bro, I'm just sleeping. I wake up. Y'all are sitting here saying that this man is coming for me, and it ain't like that. If it's like that, I can wake up and do whatever it is that needs to be done, but I don't want to do that. It's love.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a weird thing. This where Kendrick exists now is a weird place to me in terms of like GOAT stuff, because it's always just kind of like speculation. Even though he's been the most direct that he has ever been, in terms of the beef with Drake and saying exactly what it is that he feels, we spend more time deep diving like the subliminal stuff.
Turn the TV off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I think it's still going to take him a little bit more time to solidify his GOAT status.
What do you think he needs?
Time.
Oh, just time to like sit there. So it's not like there's not like an album that you think is like, okay, not this one, but It's just giving it time to kind of see the actual impact of those albums.
Yeah, and he already has a very long career. Let's be honest and real about that. He's been out since, maybe 2009, 2010. That's a significant amount of time to be in this game.
Yeah.
And really, really solidify yourself, right? So, Jay-Z 96 to 2006.
Yeah, just about.
So, I mean, let's really think about that. That's only 10 years.
Yeah.
And so, we were trying to crown Jay-Z when he, did the Black Album and said he was going to retire. Well, maybe Kendrick's ready. Maybe not, but because he's still making music, it doesn't seem like we're ready to give him that.
It's kind of like, let's finish the story and kind of see what the career is in totality versus kind of trying to rush the ending, if you will.
Right. So, like speaking of legends, rest in peace, Quincy Jones. We didn't get a chance to say that, but he is likely to run his career up to the next level.
Yeah.
And the next level, he's even said it in this album, like, I'm ready for mogul status, really.
Yeah,
I'm ready to put some other people
stuff
on, and I want to kind of build my business. And you can see that with PG Lang. It's more of a media company, more of a product company, more of a advertising firm than it is a music company per se, but it's all media encompassed within that organization. So I think he's doing a really good job. I think he has a long way to go, but ultimately, determining his GOAT status is going to be up to time.
Yeah, I agree, but these moments are like, it's adding strong points to the resume.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, right? Like, he did this.
That's still crazy to me, bro. I think the thing I love most about this album in general, or just the feel of everything through the first listen, is just how West Coast it is. And I feel like this is his most like deep in the roots of where you come from album. It's not like tailoring like a message and then having, I mean, there is a lot of messages in here, but it's not Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. It's not To Pimp a Butterfly. It's not Good Kid, Mad City. It's not Damn. It's literally, I got feelings. I got statements. I've changed. I'm bringing the city together. Like that concert, the pop out was not just a passing phase. Like we did it, and I actually made moves with the artists that were on stage with me.
Yeah.
I took that, and I'm really being a man of my word and stepping into that mogul status. Because how you start solidifying yourself in terms of like mogul status in that next step is, who are you bringing up? I mean, we can give Jay-Z Cole.
Yeah.
Like you kind of have to. I mean, regardless of whether people think his hand was on the projects or off the project, whatever it is, like, we don't get the call that we have now without like having that connection and at least starting there. Like saying no to him at first and then kind of building from there. So I think that Kendrick starting here with like all the features that he had, every feature killed.
Yeah.
Like there was not a verse that I was like, okay, why is this here?
Yeah.
Like, no, everybody did exactly what it is that they needed to do. It didn't, he's bringing in people. And I don't even know how much, like, if he did any coaching or any, like, okay, hey, try this, da-da-da-da-da. But this album, I think, has done so much just in terms of a conversation for everything.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Let's speak about the music then, right? So, like, what kind of resonated with you when you listened?
Kendrick is sick of it. He's just sick of the different conversations around like being fake. Let's stop doing that. I got like a lot of emotion. Like it just felt like this is his most direct emotional response to the fans, to artists around him, to just everything that's going on is immediately what I felt. What did you feel immediately?
So I have quite a lot to say. Number one, I believe that the more fun songs on this record, and really a lot of the songs really kind of dipped into the West Coast.
Yeah.
Right? It embodies the West Coast. And I think he purposefully did this in order to come back from Mr. Morale and have another record where it's just like fun.
Yeah.
And cathartic. And the opposite of therapy. It's just being ratchet to, you know, not for the sake of ratchetness, but like he's not in his therapy bag anymore. He is saying, leave me alone, and this is who I am.
Yeah.
Absolutely who I am. And so beyond that, I was listening to Man at the Garden, and I could not help but hear Nas's One Mic.
I kind of heard that too. The other thing about Whacked Out Murals that was interesting, like I heard that, but there was another like influence that I Eminem. I heard a lot of Eminem.
Interesting.
In terms of his just throughout. There was like a lot of inflection points where when he would go into, I call it crazy Kenny mode.
It's yeah.
And he plays in terms of like his vocal changes. I always attribute more that to Eminem in a certain way, but like
this is a Kung Fu Kenny album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what was funny about Whacked Out Murals is it also felt like another Wayne homage in terms of just the general attack. Like that's how Wayne used to just start albums, mixtapes, all this other stuff. It's just in this pocket where every line is something and it's saying something like direct. And he was saying, you know, to them, like, I'm not trying to like give y'all all these lyrics. I'm trying to give you something that you just hear. And still gave lyrics. So I don't know why I still don't know why he said that. To then go back and like, but that's just because he's that type of lyricist that you, even when you think you're dumbing it down, he is still like leagues ahead of a lot of people in terms of writing. Like you don't win the what's this, the Nobel? Not the Nobel. The Pulitzer. Thank you. Without like having a mind the way that he has it.
But I think he said it in Whacked Out that like this is not for lyricists.
Yeah,
I swear it's not it's not about the sentiments. Fucking a double entendre. I want y'all to feel this shit. So like he's not interested in being showcasing his lyrical talent. Yeah. He's interested in building up the emotion.
Did you also notice that on the songs where he had features, well, we had more than one feature, I should say, he played like pulling himself to the background so well that I wouldn't have like even noticed. It's like he'd start off very direct, having fun with a cadence that like pulls you in so you know he's there. But then, boom, here comes a feature and they're like right there with him at the level that he is, which is so interesting in terms of like the production and what he probably spent. Dog, this is a couple months, feels like.
It does feel like a couple months. It also feels like to your point, he's playing in the background.
Yeah.
But he's also, you know, in pre-production, we were talking about his production skill. Mm-hmm. He is also playing producer. So I feel like what he said about stepping back, being a mogul, being the one that's sort of running plays, mm-hmm. This was the exercise at trying to accomplish that.
I do like I also want to talk about the biggest flex to me of this whole thing. That again is another notch to this
What?
GOAT status. Him doing the Hard Part 6.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we debated and talked about that, and I said it would have been doper to just go Hard Part 7. Be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But he was like,
But I knew it.
nope. Hard Part 6. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like, and you're not gonna.
This is mine. This is mine. Why
You can't have nothing to do with it.
Why are you gonna take my property just because it showed up in the beat?
I don't know. I thought it would have been a player move, but I think it's an even more player move to do it the way he did it. And just even the way he was addressing so much stuff, whether it's all these different, controversies, whether it's the Black hippie stuff, whether it's how Ab Soul influenced him, whether it's J-Rock, whether it's the Schoolboy Q stuff, whether it's like you said, him saying I want to be a mogul. It's like everything that you need to know about this album to me is in the Hard Part 6.
Yeah, and he addresses the fact that, hey, y'all don't have to worry about waiting on a Black hippie album. It's not happening.
We moved on.
Go ahead and drop that.
Like that time has kind of passed us, and now I'm on to this. And yeah, they weren't going. The funny thing is, they never lied to us about Black hippie anything. They've always said.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they've always said they were not planning to work on an album. Like they thought that was whack. They thought the supergroup stuff was whack, and like them popping out on a song together and just calling it Black hippie was more of them just having a like when we're together and doing
we're
feature kind of thing. Yeah. And when we're like all together in that kind of instance. So it's just like it's weird to me that he even felt like he had to say it was on me.
So I got two conversations, and I wonder if you feel this way about either topic. So the whole topic is, does this overshadow Doechii? And does it overshadow her moment of being Grammy nominated? Does it overshadow her moment of being Grammy nominated because he has nominated for so many Grammys? And does it overshadow her moment by putting out this project and doing the Super Bowl around the time of the Grammys? You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Do you think this just... Yeah. What do you think?
No, I don't think it overshadows her because of just how immaculate her album / mixtape by her account is. And I think it's just that dope of album. It's still the best album this year, period. Like this was a great album and a great experience.
Now turn off your smart brain and answer that question.
Just don't do shit. Doechii is in her bag.
That's not what I
Doechii
meant. Not from your perspective.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. Embody that. But like, do you think that's going to be a part of the conversation that like
No.
she's going to be overshadowed?
No. It shouldn't be anywhere near it. And I don't even think people are even going to mention it.
I think people are mentioning it.
I think she's still going to have she still has a bigger chance to win album of the year. She might not win any single anything.
But that's what I'm saying. I think people are saying she got stepped on because of Not Like Us. And
I mean, what do you do? Like, this is the first beef record that's had this much impact, period. I don't know how you kind of like combat that. I mean, she did it with a complete project, and I mean, I think she's going to win the things that she should win. But you got to give a lot of credit to Not Like Us, and I think she definitely navigates all of this stuff very well. And I mean, she got all of the nominations and everything else was before this. So whether or not you get 2 to 3 weeks or however long to kind of like sit in that, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I'm a little surprised about these fourth quarter albums. Like, I don't know if Christmas music matters as much anymore.
It doesn't. No one. All we finna be doing. You know who they're unthawing right now. Like they're unthawed Mariah Carey. They don't care about all this
mustard
stuff.
greens. I mean
Mustard greens. But it's interesting because this is the most TDE music we done got. TDE, PG Lang, all of them in succession.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've
Q
had
album.
Like, I think they did
Absol.
Didn't they do it like a year between like when like it was Control System, Habits of Contradictions, Section 80, and then J Rock's album? But I think it was like a year in between them.
Don't make me quote. My almanac is not that good.
Well, it definitely wasn't. Absol was last week or a week before last. Now we got Kendrick. Like, in my mind, I'm like, please just give me a random Q album now. Like, I'm in this place where it's like, you ain't got to give me Black Hippie nothing. Just keep giving me this consistent work because y'all were just like stockpiling music during COVID or something.
Q just dropped though, so I think we can let him live.
Yeah, we can, but also if you got, I just feel like they've been working like that. Like, I don't know why.
I'm ready for J Rock to pop out. Why has J Rock been so quiet?
I don't know. It's very strange because I get real excited. Well, I get real excited about J Rock album, and we got those. We did the review last year. Yeah. Didn't that album come out? Or was that just like a single?
I'll have to look, but what I recall is, for me, I think it's about time for J Rock to come out. Mm-hmm. Who was it? What's the reason? Yeah. He stepped away, but he dropped right before then. Sir dropped.
Sir's album was very, very underrated. Very underrated to me.
So I honestly believe that they have a lot in the tuck. Mm-hmm. They're just going to respond however the audience responds to it.
Well, they responded pretty well. I mean, like I saw only a couple people that were like 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 in terms of their response to the album this early on. Yeah. But outside of that, I've seen more people just be like, Kung Fu Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny.
So Eastside Johnny to be released.
Okay. So it didn't come out.
It says it's supposed to be released this year. So he's released, the last time he released was 2018.
Oh, yeah, we need that J-Rock, bro. But that's...
Yo,
the Kendrick effect is crazy, bro.
If he makes the fourth quarter, like before the end of the year, there's another big album that's supposed to be coming out on the 13th, the Snoop and Dre.
Oh, yeah. Man, the West Coast is really, like, it's time to pop out, and everybody is popping out. Mm-hmm. And it's insanity to the level of which they're doing it, bro. Like, I don't know. This is crazy to me that an album, like, I just got Soul Burger, and him and Kendrick dropping this album just makes me want, like you said, it makes me want a J-Rock album. It makes me want, like, Q dropped this year, but it still make me want another Q album. Yeah. Because I just feel like everybody is in all right, this is the way that I wish the East Coast, West Coast beef with Biggie and Pac would have gone. It feels more like, and there was not like a this coast, that coast. It was just people versus Drake, but also like the West Coast having something to say. Mm-hmm. This is just inspired so much good music. Yeah. Yeah. And like, this is what I think is that Kendrick effect, that GOAT effect is. Absol knew that album was coming. DeMar DeRozan knew that album was coming. Like, he was bringing in everybody to like listen and work on. And I'm sure this was like a group project, but also with the immaculate just intelligence and genius that he has of crafting this album. It's something that was probably like really inspiring all the homies, all the people around. And I really want to see what's going to happen from this.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Control.
Yeah. Do you have a arbitrary rating?
No. I mean, I might give it 4 out of 5. Heinz. Or no, French's.
You took mine. So I'll
You do a little Dijon. Get fancy.
I think I'll give it 4 out of 5 OV hoes.
I'm upgrading mine because I feel like I need to be.
You can't take mine.
I'm not gonna take it. I gotta upgrade it. I gotta upgrade it.
And then I have a good one, and then you one up me.
I'm not gonna one up you. I'm just upgrading from from a little French's to Grey Poupon. You got to get the fancy mustard for this.
Oh my god,
mustard! But man, like, so overall, like, what are your just? I want to end on this because I know you have a crystallized thoughts. What were your overall thoughts of like the way he released, the energy in behind it, how he keeps doing this? Because it's like pandemonium.
I think it's only a day, and so it's. I think because it is a weekend and people have an opportunity to respond to it. Over the next week, we're gonna hear everybody's response, and so it's gonna live for a little bit. It's gonna live for at least a week. Let's see if it lasts up until Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what music videos might come out?
What do y'all think? What did y'all feel about the album releasing? What do y'all like feel about it? What do you think this says about PG Lang, TDE, any of that stuff? Let us know down in the comments. We appreciate y'all for watching each and every one of these videos. We'll see you in the next one, a 1 and a 2, and peace.